Arjun and Rishi had been best friends since college, inseparable, adventurous, always chasing the next thrill. When Rishi suggested a weekend hike to the remote peaks of the Western Ghats, Arjun hesitated. The trail was infamous, overgrown, rarely used, and rumored to have claimed lives. But Rishi laughed it off. Scared of ghost stories, Arjun? Come on, we've done worse. Against his better judgment, Arjun agreed. The first day was uneventful. The usual dirt paths, thick forests, and breathtaking cliffs. But by nightfall, things changed. As they set up camp near a crumbling watchtower, Arjun noticed footprints, fresh ones. Other trekkers? He asked. Rishi shook his head. No cars in the parking lot but ours. That night, Arjun woke to soft crunching outside the tent. He froze, holding his breath, listening. Something, or someone, circled them. Rishi unzipped the tent and whispered, "Stay here." Grabbing a flashlight, he stepped into the darkness. The beam sliced the night, trees, rocks, shadows, but then fell on a figure standing completely still among the trees. A tall man, grinning, holding something shiny. Rishi gasped. The figure vanished. In a panic, they grabbed their bags and bolted down the trail. At every turn they took, the figure reappeared, always standing motionless, always grinning. Hours later, exhausted, they stumbled upon the ruins of an old forest ranger's cabin. Inside, on the rotting desk, lay a yellowed newspaper. The headline read, "Hiker vanishes on Devil's Peak. Last seen in cabin by friend who survived." The photo below chilled Arjun to the bone. It showed a younger man, smiling. It was Rishi. He turned to confront his friend. Rishi wasn't there. The cabin door creaked open behind him. Arjun spun around. The cabin door swung slowly open, letting in a cold wind. No one stood there, only the dark forest beyond. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. "Rishi," he whispered. Silence. Suddenly, his phone buzzed. A single notification. With trembling hands, he pulled it out. One new photo, received, from Rishi. His throat tightened. He hadn't seen a signal in hours. He opened the message. It was a picture of him, asleep, in the tent, taken just hours ago. Panic surged through him. How had Rishi taken this? Or who had? "Rishi," Arjun shouted into the night. His voice echoed through the dead woods. Faint footsteps crunched in the leaves behind the cabin. He grabbed a rusted metal pipe from the floor and crept outside. The forest smelled of rot and rain. The moon flickered behind the clouds. Then, a voice. "Arjun." It was Rishi, weak, ragged, calling from the shadows. Arjun turned toward the sound. "Rishi, where are you? Help me." Behind the tower. Without thinking, Arjun ran, heart racing, lungs burning, until he reached the old watchtower they'd camped near hours before. At its base lay Rishi, pale, shaking, clothes torn. "Rishi, what happened?" But when Rishi looked up, his face wasn't right. His smile stretched too wide. His eyes were dark, bottomless. "You never left, Arjun," he said softly. "We died here, years ago." Cold crept into Arjun's spine. "What are you talking about?" Rishi stood, impossibly tall now, shadows writhing around him. "You slipped, on the cliff. I tried to save you. We both fell." He pointed to the crumbling edge behind the tower. Arjun turned. His body lay broken on the rocks below. The memories hit him, sharp and real. The fall, the screaming, the end. "You never left," Rishi said again, voice hollow. "Neither of us did, but something else woke here. It wears us, it plays this game, forever." The forest around him twisted, the trees seemed to breathe, the wind whispered. "Ready to start again, friend?" Rishi grinned. "We hike at sunrise." The world flickered, and Arjun awoke in the tent. Rishi stood outside, smiling. "Come on, sleepyhead," he called. "We've got a long hike ahead." The same hike, the same trail, the loop began again. Arjun sat frozen in the tent, heart racing. It's happening again. The loop, the same hike, the same day. Rishi poked his head into the tent. "Come on, man. You're always the slow one on this trail," he grinned. But this time, Arjun remembered everything. "No," Arjun muttered, standing. "Not again." Rishi's smile faltered. "What's wrong, buddy?" Arjun grabbed his bag and yanked out his phone. No signal, as always. But there was the photo from before. The picture of him asleep in the tent. Proof. "This isn't real. None of this is real," Arjun said firmly. "We're dead. I know it now." Rishi's face twitched. "You shouldn't have remembered," Rishi said softly, voice distorting, deepening. His body shuddered, blurred, like static on an old TV screen. "You're not supposed to know." The sky darkened unnaturally fast. The trees groaned like old bones. "Why are you keeping us here?" Arjun demanded, tightening his grip on the rusty pipe he'd hidden in his bag. Rishi, or whatever wore his friend's face, tilted its head. "It's not me. It's this place. Devil's Peak. Feeds on souls. When you fell, it claimed you, like the others." "Others?" Rishi grinned, too wide, stretching ear to ear. "So many hikers, so many loops. They all forgot, like you did, like you were supposed to." Arjun took a step back. "Then I'll break the loop." "You can't," Rishi whispered, voice cracking like dry wood. "Unless you jump." "Jump?" "The cliff. The fall. You need to do it right this time. Accept it. The only way out is down." Arjun felt the cold wind shift, as if the mountain itself was watching. The jagged cliff edge behind the tower beckoned. Suddenly, dozens of shadowy figures emerged from the trees. Past hikers, trapped souls, their faces hollow and pale. They surrounded him, whispering, "Jump, jump, freedom." His pulse thundered. Sweat dripped into his eyes. Rishi's face returned, gentle, human. "It's the only way, brother. One last step, and you'll be free. No more loops." Arjun swallowed hard. He ran, past the tower, past the whispers, toward the cliff. Behind him, Rishi screamed, a horrible, shrieking, inhuman sound, as the forest twisted and blackened. Arjun stood at the edge. One step, one choice, end it. He closed his eyes and stepped forward into the void. Light, Warmth, air. Arjun gasped, awake, in a hospital bed. Machines beeped softly beside him. A nurse stood nearby. Mr. Arjun, you're awake. You've been in a coma for 7 days. You fell during your hike. Your friend Rishi didn't make it. Tears filled his eyes. I made it out. But deep in the dark woods of Devil's Peak, the shadow of